My name is Jesse Mwai, and I'm so glad that you have tuned into this video broadcast as we discuss something rather important, and that has to do with favor. We all desire favor. We all want to walk in favor, because the opposite of that means that you can walk in and live a very difficult life. But we all want to walk in favor wherever we go. We all want to attract favor, whether it is in the workplace, whether it's in the church, whether it's with our friends or family. We all desire to have some form of favor. Favor brings us joy. Favor brings us good tidings. Favor brings us prosperity. But then sometimes, instead of attracting favor, there are so many of us who end up being repulsive and kind of putting a wall and a blockage around you where favor is concerned. You lose opportunity, you miss opportunities that will have actually attracted favor. The Bible tells us that Jesus himself grew up in favor with God and with man. But I want to attract your attention to a man that I love in the Bible called David. The Bible says in 1 Samuel chapter 18, from verse 14, that David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and the Lord was with him. Wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. But all Israel and Judah loved David because he went out and came in before them. Now, first thing that you must note is David. David, we are told, behaved himself wisely. This young man from the village, from the wilderness where he was looking after his father's sheep, he was a shepherd boy. Now, shepherds in that culture, of course, were not people who are very attractive. They did not wear the best clothes. They did not smell very good. I mean, it was not a very honorable profession, if you put it that. You might want to put it that way. However, David acted wisely, so that when he was brought before Saul, the king of the land, David did not act like a shepherd boy. He came and he understood his environment. He understood that this was a palace. He understood that he was before the king. And the Bible says that he actually behaved himself wisely. He knew what to say, when to say it. He knew when to be quiet. He knew when to bring out his best. He knew when to withdraw. He behaved himself wisely. And that's the thing that I want to leave with you. You want to attract favor in your life? Be somebody who behaves yourself wisely. Know your environment. Know the people around you. Understand your environment, where you are. Today you may be here, maybe with your friends, and you're chatting and having a wonderful time. But tomorrow you may be before some great people, some great person. How you dress, how you present yourself, how you walk before them, the language that you use, the language that you employ, your temperament. It means that you must learn to behave yourself wisely. Know what to engage when. Know what gear to engage, before who, and at what environment. And that way, you will begin to attract some form of favor. Unfortunately, sometimes we miss our opportunity because we say the wrong thing at the wrong time. We sometimes dress up, wrongly. The attire is all wrong for the particular place that you're going, for the particular function that you're actually attending. You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know when to talk. You don't know when to stand up. You don't know when to sit down. Sometimes you don't even know the language to employ. It is important for you to master the art of behaving yourself wisely. And I don't know what it means to you, but you need to take notes and you need to learn to behave yourself wisely. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should behave like a fraud or somebody who is fake. That's not what we are talking about. We're just saying that in humility, you can actually, like David, learn to behave yourself wisely. But I want you to notice the reaction here. There were two reactions to David behaving himself wisely. The first thing is that King Saul actually despised him. He was afraid of him. But then the people, on the other hand, loved him. Isn't that a huge contrast? Because sometimes favor will attract opposition on the one hand. There are people who will not like you because you're favored, highly favored of the Lord. But then there are also people who will just love you because God has placed it in their hearts to love you, to embrace you, to accept you just as you are. Do not take your cue from those ones who do not like you and think that there is something wrong with you. Always remember, favor will attract opposition, but favor will also attract love and people who will accommodate you, people who will love you. So may the Lord bless you. Please learn to act wisely. Behave yourself wisely. And may the Lord bless you. Please pass on this message. Share this message on YouTube, on Facebook, or wherever you can, so that other people can be able to learn something. God bless you.